Alright guys, I appreciate everybody taking the time to check out my '01 C2, 125,000 miles, IMS done, brakes just done, everything else is all squared away on her. So I did talk to Trophy Performance out in Vegas, who took care of the car. And the reason why the cam cases are super duper clean is because they just did the chain guides. And then they blasted the cam covers. That's why they're so clean. Unfortunately, because I did not own the vehicle at the time, they will not release the paperwork to me. If they had verbal approval from the previous owner, they would, but he is unfortunately overseas. He is currently in the Philippines. So, yeah, I wish I had the paperwork, but I don't. But I've dealt with those guys before, and they've always been completely straight up with me. I have no reason to doubt them. So with the fabs on it, this car sounds great when you're driving. Has a nice drone, but nothing obnoxious. As far as things to point out, I mean, this is kind of the the .1 narrow body. Not a lot of options on it. Really, it's just more of a driver's setup. It's kind of the quintessential .1 or even .2. I guess just 996. I don't know if the wheels have been refinished. I'm gonna say probably, because they are perfect. There are no imperfections on any of the wheels, which that in itself is kind of amazing. So there's a few paint chips on the hood, way less than you would expect. And then there's one dimple right here where something was under the frunk and they closed it, which is unfortunate, but 90% of these I see have at least one dimple in the front. So we're gonna do a light check real quick. So I don't know if that 360 camera, if you like it, cool. If not, take it out. Or not the 360 camera, the dash cam. So it looks like we have a bulb out over here, which I will, and we got a bulb out over here. But I have lots of those 5 waters, so that's no big deal. I'll pop both those in when I get home. On the right side rocker, there are 2 scratches right there and right there. So for reference, there's the door handle, 2 scratches on the rocker. Other than that, very minimal cosmetics to point out. Whoever ends up with this one will be extremely happy with it. So not much to go over on. So here's the speaker box. So this is not bolted down, meaning if you're not into it, if it's not your thing, you can just take it out. But you can't see it, and it adds a little bit of it adds a little bit to the stereo. So in my opinion, I mean, I'm not a stereo bass person, but I would leave it if it were me. So the passenger seat has these lines. that I see on almost every 986 and 996. Goes up here. It's over here. I think this is just something that happens with age, because there's no way somebody conditioned the seat and stopped right there. And we have an indentation here, a little indentation there. Seat backs, nothing to mention there. The power seat works like it's supposed to. Rear seats, I mean, I'd say nobody probably ever sat in those. So not much to mention on the driver's seat. Door panel, nothing to mention there. I mean, there is some wear. Barely. It's just kind of that same, just kind of the wear I see on pretty much every 996, 986 that I get that has, 80 to 90 to 100,000 miles. Seat back, check. So we're going to demonstrate that the passenger window drop down functions. Not the end of the world, not the end of the world to fix that. It's a little bit irritating. Placing the window regulators. I've done a bunch of them. Okay. Close the sunroof up. AC is actually freezing. Turn it up a little bit. Alright. So here are the hookups. Oh, sorry. So this button right here is some sort of voice control. I've not used it. The radio seems like it's a little antiquated to me, but it works fine, so it still wants me to talk to it. Stop. I'm kind of old school with these cars. I just listen to the radio and don't really worry about the rest of this stuff. So I took pictures of it. Here's the front dash cam, the rear dash cam. It's hooked up. Leave it, take it down, whatever your pleasure is. There's a remote control for the stereo, which I've always found to be a little amusing because of the proximity of a stereo. So this car does not have a lot of options. Locks, rear defrost. That's about it. But it does lend itself to be more of a driver. All the climate functions, good. And do our mirrors. Excuse me. Okay, mirrors, turn off the lights. Do our wipers. Always check your wipers. So we're going to check the horn. So the ashtray cover lid stays latched. Cubbies are all intact. This hinge likes to break. I do a lot of these repair kits. There's my parking pass. The onboard computer. Early onboard computer. There's our mileage. Just turned over 124. Oil pressure. Temp. In case anybody's wondering, that is completely normal for a .1. The first one of these I got in, I was like, why is it running past the middle? They all do. It's a little unnerving until you get used to it. So there you go, guys. Both of these sun visors have their covers and the lights work, which is like amazing. Look at that. Well, it's not that amazing, but they're missing on most of them. All right, let's get her sold and on to the next. Oh yeah, the key. The clicker actually works. Yeah, I know. That is crazy. I do a lot of keys. So our front pop works. Rear pop, check. All right, guys. Here she is. Let's send her to the next home. If you have questions, let me know. Thank you.